Hello again, everyone. My name is Mark Rivera. I am the Education Manager at Bytes Back. Welcome. We're happy to see so many of you back for today's presentation, as well as to see so many new faces. It's great that you're here with us today. I'm joined by my colleague, Xiaoling Zhang. She is here and she will be my co-presenter today. This will be her first presentation, so I'm very excited to have her along for the ride. As always, we're going to have a slide deck that I'm about to put up, which will follow along. And as you have questions, please feel free to write down those questions in the chat room. And at the end of each section, we'll do our best to answer as many, if not all of those questions that we have in the chat room. But please reserve your questions until the end of each presentation section. And let me grab the screen that I need. Okay. Great, thanks so much. And we are going to the beginning of our presentation. And welcome. Once again, today's topic is exploring online and in-person continuing education options for seniors in DC. I'm joined by Xiaoling Zhang. She'll be my co-presenter. And as far as what we're going to be reviewing today, we have quite a few topics to get through. As always, there's so much information to share with you all. We're very excited about. So the first portion, we're going to be talking about DC specific programs, right? These are programs sponsored by DC institutions and organizations. The second part, we're going to be talking about online programs, which you can access anywhere. You don't have to be in DC. You can be anywhere in the country and you'll still have access to these programs. And then finally, we're going to talk about a couple other options, only in brief, right? Because, I believe that everyone here is a DC resident. So we're only going to cover in brief in case you have friends or family who live in the DMV area, but not necessarily DC specific. So we want to give you those options as well. And finally, we're going to wrap up with our questions, right? Because I'm sure we're going to have a lot of those by the end of this presentation. One house cleaning item just before I break is that just a reminder, if you did log in with the direct link and your name says Mark Rivera, that's me, please write your name in the chat room so we can make sure that we capture your name and that way we can email you the slide deck and a recording of the video at a later time.
How do you do that?
The chat room?
Yeah.
So there should be an option. If you scroll down to the bottom of your screen, there should be a bar that pops up, and one of those options should say chat on it.
Mine says Mark Rivera Bite Back.
Yes, that's me. But if your chat doesn't pop up, you're welcome to share your name right now online before I get started. What's your name?
Alan Davis.
Perfect, Alan. We will record that. Xiaoling, please write down Alan's name as well, Mr. Davis.
Patricia Griffin.
Patricia, we can actually see your name. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. All right.
How about Raymond Bradshaw?
It's okay. It's okay. So we're not doing a roll call. Just only if your name says Mark Rivera, please write that name in the chat room.
I don't see my name anywhere in the chat room.
Oh, it doesn't have to be in the chat room. Your name is listed on your screen. We will get around to it. Trust me, we'll have another chance to do this, but we really must get started now. I'm sorry, Dorothy, we'll get to your question in a little bit.
I just want to make sure that I'm in too. I sign in the chat room.
Oh yeah, you're signed in. We see it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
so thanks everyone. Today for the DC specific programs, you're going to see the usual suspects, right? We have UDC Community College, UDC, the full institution, their Institute of Gerontology, Georgetown, GW, and one that you may not be familiar with, Osher Lifelong Learning Institute. I'm really excited about that one to share about that program. But really all these programs are great programs that we want to bring your attention to. So let's get started with the community college. So UDC Community College, they actually have what's called their Workforce Development and Lifelong Learner Program. And that's available not just to you, but anyone over the age of 18, right? So if you have a child, if you have a grandchild who you think might benefit from this program, please, please, please let them know about this program. It's open to everyone, right? Now, it is a free program, which is fantastic, But if you want to pursue the medical courses, you're going to have out-of-pocket expenses, right? There's going to be some equipment that you might have to pay for, some labs that you might have to pay for. So it's really important that you just be aware there might be some out-of-pocket costs for those that program in particular. And if there is, just that you prepare for that, right? And there's also 5 different pathways, which is what makes the program really nice too, right? There's all sorts of different options. Now, some of these might be more challenging and more difficult than others, but at the end of the day, there is a variety. You can call them and talk to them about, what these options are and these specific programs. And I'll give you the contact info in just one moment. There are as well, there's also 2 campuses. Now, as many of you know, the pandemic has definitely altered classes. So at the moment, Bertie Backus campus, those classes there are no in-person classes at Bertie Backus campus. It's only at Congress Heights campus where they have in-person classes still being allowed, but they do have online classes as well for these programs. So here's the website that I just want to show you. I'm not going to walk you through it, but like I said, we'll give you these slide decks specifically so you can go there and you can browse. One thing I also want to point out though is for the application process though, and I'm going to take us to the application page, is that there is parts to the application process. You can't just sign up and you're instantly in the class, right? There are these various steps that you have to complete: the request for information, the WDLL application. There's going to need a little bit of documents to verify you are who you are, those kinds of things, right? So just be prepared to have to walk through these steps if you want to take advantage of this program. But be patient because it's actually a really, really good program too. Definitely worth the investments. As far as contacts, there are contact numbers as well as an email you can send a message to, workforce@udc.edu. Any and all questions you have about the program, availability, eligibility, those kinds of things, you can contact them. And once again, I don't want anyone to be writing furiously or typing furiously on your iPad. We'll be sharing this this slide deck after, so you can relax and just enjoy the presentation. But here's the contact information that you have available if you have any questions. There's also, UDC offers the Institute of Gerontology, and this is, I believe, is at the Van Ness campus, right? Now, participants of this program, they get tuition waived, except if you want to actually earn a degree, right? So tuition and fees are going to be waived for if you want to participate. But if you want to earn a degree, if you actually want to get a full degree, you will be required to pay half of the tuition, right? So there's a rub there, right? So just be aware of that. You can just take the classes for self-edification, or you can get that degree that maybe has eluded you in the past, but you're going to have to pay a little bit for it. I do want to point out though that UDC, of all the institutions in DC, is easily the most affordable. They have some great prices for their classes. So if you're interested in earning a degree, this is the way to go. They also have the Bodywise Health and Fitness program, which is another really great opportunity. And this is available for 60 and above, right? So you don't even have to wait to be 65. If you're already 60 to 64, you can qualify for this program and you can participate. And this is really a great program when it comes to health and fitness. There's exercise classes, there's health education classes. There's a variety of programs that you can participate in. So this is another option for you through UDC. And this is also free to seniors 60 and above. For more information for these programs, you can also go to their respective websites. There's a website specifically for the Institute of Gerontology and a separate one for the health and fitness, the Bodywise Health and Fitness program. And as far as contact information is concerned, you will have this again on the slide deck, right? So multiple numbers, the general line, the specific program lines, and the email address that you can send a message to. Now I'm going to pause here. I know I'm going kind of fast. I know there's a lot of information to get through, but I want to see if there's any questions that I can answer so far. So I see some names. See some people contact information, but I don't see any questions. So that's good. All right. If you do have a question, please feel free to enter it into the chat room and we'll get to it shortly. Georgetown, they also have a senior citizen degree program, right? You can, well, non-degree program, you can audit their classes for only $30 per credit. So I just want to give some perspective. $30 per credit is not a lot of money compared to what they usually charge. If you imagine Georgetown Private University, they charge a lot of money per credit hour, but this is considered a steal. That being said, so go through the course catalog, which to have online. You can see what classes they have available, and then you can talk to the office of the registrar, and they can get you enrolled for only $30, right? So you're paying maybe, so for 3 credits, a 3-credit course, you might pay $90 for. Well, a regular student might pay 10 times that. So just to give you some perspective of how much money you're actually saving. So it's something to consider, and they have a lot of classes at Georgetown. Here is like I said, the registrar's office, right? But specifically for the Senior Citizen non-audit program that you can go to.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Loud and clear.
Oh, okay. Will we be able to read this afterwards?
Absolutely. We'll share the slide deck with all this information so you can browse it.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but can is it possible that I can get all this stuff emailed to me so I can print it out?
Yeah, this will be mailed to you as an attachment, and so you can print it out as an attachment.
Thank you. Thank you.
No problem. No problem.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, my name is Ricardo Matthews. I was wondering, will you send out a list of the various classes that they offer?
So that's why we're providing, if you go up here, like I can go up to the office of the registrar, more information. They will list their classes, right? So a couple of these, if you want to see schedules and you want to see the actual classes that are being offered, we have provided those links. So if you click on the links also for UDC or for UDC Community College, that's all in there. So all you have to do is click on the link when you get it.
Okay, thank you very much.
No problem, Ricardo. So another program that we're excited about that's being offered in DC is GW. They have their lifelong learning. Now this is misleading though. It says lifelong learning for alumni, but it's not just for alumni, right? And that's why a lot of people don't take advantage of this. It's for anyone in DC, right? You can take advantage, right? And they've got webinars, they've got their library resources open, virtual book clubs, so much that you can take advantage of. For this program. And so if you just want self-education, you aren't necessarily concerned about working towards a degree or even a certificate, this is definitely the way to go. Lots of great opportunities here. And like Ricardo mentioned, right, well, where can we go? What can we do, right? Some of the online courses, right, for GW that you can go and just check out, right? Right now we're going to go see and just practical numerical methods with Python. May not be for you, but maybe it is. Aerodynamics, simulation. These aren't the only ones, mind you, but this is just a sampling that they're showing on this particular slide. But they do have quite a few of these, more than just these seemingly very complicated topics, I promise. And finally, the Osher Lifelong Learning Institute. So I actually didn't know about Osher before I started doing my own research on online options, right? I knew about Georgetown, I knew about UDC, but Osher was a new one to me, right? One thing I want to point out is that they are non-credited, right? That means that you wouldn't be able to apply them towards a degree or in a degree granting institution if you want to transfer any sort of credit, right? So that's really important to note. But one of the advantages though is that they have a variety of courses, right? They also have events and cultural activities. Plus, they also have 2 locations. One is DC-based, American University. The other one is through George Mason University. I would like to point out, just like I mentioned when it came to UDC Community College, things have changed a little bit, right? And what I mean by that is that, for instance, the summer classes being offered at AU and George Mason, those have shifted to online classes. They may resume in-person classes, but you have to talk to them about it. If you are looking for in-person classes, you're going to have to talk to those respective programs. Otherwise, I think some of them will continue to be online due to the pandemic. So they do have a fall semester that's available right now that you can check out. Lots of great offerings there. And they have these things, and this is more so for the following year, June minis. There's these little study groups. So you get this like little snippet of information on a subject that might interest you for 4 weeks, and then it's done. It's not a whole semester class like a lot of these other programs offer. It's just a little 4-week summer camp, so to speak, of information on a topic that might interest you. So that's something to keep your eye out for also when you remember to go back there. They can be a little pricey though. So membership fees, if you look down here, you got $300 for each one. February shorts can cost $75. June mini is $100. But it all depends on what you're looking for, right? If you're just looking for self-edification, looking for just you want to learn and about an interest or a hobby of yours, or if you want to look at some of the other programs where you can work towards a degree, it all depends on what you want. But yes, I just want to point that out. It can be a little pricey for some of these. George Mason also has a couple sites, right? So if you happen to move, Fairfax, Reston, Sterling, don't worry, they've got you covered. And their membership fees though are, this might seem a little misleading if you're going for an annual year-long subscription, it's $450 and that's more than what you saw up above, right? At AU, but if you're actually taking courses throughout the year, you save yourself some money, right? So just something to consider there. And let's actually go to some of the information, right? Specifically, if we want to look at the, oh, I forgot to mention one thing. They do have scholarships available, right? As I pointed out, it can be kind of pricey, but there are scholarships if you qualify. So they have this list here, special circumstances, and they have an application that you can download and fill out. Or if you have questions, you can also email them directly to learn more about the program and about specifically the scholarship opportunity. So don't be afraid. Don't let the price scare you off. There are ways to get around that, right? And I believe here is the contact information, right? And once again, there's the email that you can reach out to them, whether it be about the scholarship or about the classes or prices, whatever you need. And their hours of operation we have also included on this slide. So lots of information, lots of different programs. Just a couple things I want to remind you all about. UDC Community College, that free workforce development program, 5 different tracks that you can take and not just available for you, but anyone over the age of 18, right? UDC, they've got 2 programs there, really good, right? One's Institute of Gerontology, 65 years, free health program, 60 years, right? So if you're interested in health and fitness, that's the way to go. Georgetown University, non-degree program, right? You can audit any Georgetown course you choose for $30 per credit hour. So if it's a 1-hour course, that's $30. If it's a 3-hour course, 90, so on and so forth, right? But as far as we could tell, but based on our research, you can do that indefinitely, right? But you won't be going towards any sort of degree. GW, right? They're lifelong learning for alumni, not just for alumni. Don't worry about it. You can still sign up, all right? And there's different courses that you can take for free at GW. And finally, Osher Lifelong Learning, you have to pay for it, but they do have scholarship opportunities, and they probably have a lot of, they do have a variety of different courses that are really interesting that you can also explore when you look at their course catalog. That being said, let's answer some questions about the DC specific programs that I have mentioned if you have. So I have a question here in the chat room. It says, how long is Bite Back? Bite Back, I think if I'm answering this question correctly, Bite Back's been around since 1998. We've been around a very long time in DC. Our classes are geared towards IT learning, right? IT training, and we have 3 different levels: beginner, intermediate, advanced, and we're always welcome to students of all ages, similar to the workforce training program at UDC Community College. We welcome students from 18 and up. So it doesn't matter. There's no time limit there. Other questions? Feel free to speak up or to submit a question in the chat room. I see Renee. I think Renee's talking. I'm going to see if I can unmute you. Renee, can you unmute?
Did it do it?
There we go. Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay. I remember Bike Back on in Northeast over the bridge. Did y'all move?
We did. We are now located at 899 North Capitol. We are actually in the same building as the DC Office of Health and Human Services.
Oh, okay, 899 North
Yeah.
Capitol.
But like a lot of other programs, we've switched to predominantly online instruction. You could, if you want to find out more information about our own programs, which are also completely free, you can visit our website, www.bitesback.org.
Okay, this is my first time using this. I've been trying for a month.
Well, welcome. Congratulations.
Yes, I finally got through. But I can't do online because I figure I can't watch it for 2 hours, you know, the courses. So do y'all do in what you call in school like the old time?
So in person, yeah, we currently don't offer in-person classes. There's a couple of programs that are slowly reintroducing in-person classes. So some of these programs, like I said, have switched to online learning. You just have to talk to the programs themselves, like the UDC Community College, UDC, George Mason. You just have to check in with the programs to say, hey, do you have any in-person classes? And that's the best way to do it, to call those numbers, to send those emails. I'm going to go, but I'm going to go to another question. I believe I see Diane's hand is raised. Diane, what's your question? Diane, you might also be muted. It appears that Diane might have accidentally been dropped. So let me go to the next person that I see. Jacqueline, do you have a question?
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, is this Diane?
Diane?
Oh, there we go. There's Diane, yes.
Okay, I thought I had marked my mute thing off. But yeah, I was asking, do y'all have anything where y'all could put us on some kind, put me on a budget where as though I wouldn't have to pay too much, or I could pay monthly or something like that if I was wanting to get into a class?
That's so yeah. So first thing I want to point out is that some of these programs are free. Right. So that's the first thing, right? And you can call and ask them if they're free. But I believe that the programs that are free, UDC Community College, that's a free program. The one with GW, that's a free program, right? And the other ones are reduced cost. If you're looking to, completely not have to pay anything, as I pointed out, Ollie or Ashi, I can't remember how to pronounce it. Osher, sorry. Osher, right? They do have scholarship opportunities that you can investigate. And for the remaining programs that might have costs, you can talk to these institutions. I know for a fact that UDC offers payment plans.
Right.
So if you wanted to do UDC, they definitely offer payment plans. Yeah. But for
Okay.
the others, like I said, we want to make sure that we're being cost effective here too. So that's why we have these programs here for you.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Let me go to Clifton. Clifton, you have a question.
You forgot about me.
I didn't forget about you, Jacqueline. I'm coming right back to you.
Oh, Cliff, I just wanted to make sure that I can receive all this information because you walked me through it real fast.
Oh, come on.
Especially with the School of Gerontology. So you saying that you'll send it in an email?
Yes, sir.
Where I can print it out?
Absolutely. We have your name, which means we also will have your email address, and we will send you a copy of the slide deck as well as a recording, a link to a recording of this. And you can print out that slide deck. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Who was next? I believe it was Jacqueline. Jacqueline, are you there? You might be muted right now.
Can you hear me?
I can hear a voice. Who is speaking?
Philpott, William Philpott.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we'll answer your question, William. What's your question, sir?
No, I just wanted to know if I was connected to you. I can hear you, but I didn't know whether you could hear me.
We can, but we ask that anyone who's not actually talking, just be muted so we don't have any background noise.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I'm unmute now.
There we go, Jacqueline. All right.
I just have one question.
Sure.
It's like Congress Heights has this bite back. None of this is in class. All of this is online, right?
Some of these are online. Most of these are online now due to the pandemic. So like I said, at the two campuses that are related to UDC Community College, that first one, that campus for a fact, I believe, is those classes are online. And I'm going all the way back just so I get the correct names, right? Yeah, the Bertie Backus campus, that's entirely online. Congress Heights may have some in-person classes.
Okay, so if I call them, I can get all the information I need, right?
Call or email or hop on those websites that we provided. Yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Confirm with them. No problem, Jacqueline. All right. Any other questions I can answer before we move on? Oh, I see one hand right there. I'm gonna, so you can lower your hand. What is your name? You are listed as me right now.
Okay. My name is Vera Moore, and that's what I was concerned, calling about, not raising my hand about, because I didn't see my, went into participants, and I didn't see my name. And also, I had the same question Diane had in reference to trying to get a budget, you know, far as the classes are concerned,
course,
whether they
yeah.
would put you on a some type of budget. But I don't see my name in participants. And I wanted to make sure I get credit for attending this class.
Thank you, Vera. Yes.
So how do I enter my,
I just
Mark,
tried
how
to.
do I enter my name?
I just changed it for
Ordinarily, my
you.
name appears in the classes.
Now it says Vera Moore on your screen.
Okay,
Hello.
thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Hello.
All right. Hi, who am I speaking with? Here's the other
Terry
voice.
Jackson.
Terry Jackson, how can I help you, Miss Jackson?
Yes, I was interested in the health fitness program. So what do I call it? A number or go online and apply?
Either or, you know, in this slide deck, right? And like I said, we'll be sending this to you shortly, this information. You can either go to, let me bring up that slide. We do have the information there for the Institute of Gerontology specific, and also Bodywise Health and Fitness. This is their link to the program page that I'm pulling up right now for you, right? And it gives you more details about the program.
Okay.
You know, so that's why I always recommend. I always say, you know, go get the information first before you ask people any other questions. But they also have specifically this phone number right here, or you can email this address right there.
All right. Thank you so much.
You are welcome. And once again, this will be in the slide deck that we will send.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. So any last questions before we move on? I'm going to take one more question because I need to leave some time for my colleague, Xiaoling.
Yes, I have a question.
Okay, Patty.
Yes, I have scholarship money that I've earned, and I need to talk to someone in reference about how to go about using that money to sign up for courses if I wanted to sign up for something with UDC. So how do I go about doing that?
That's an excellent question. If you have some sort of money from a program for that purpose, the best person to talk to is that program, right? That because they know who to put you in touch with. In some cases, it might be the registrar's office. In some cases, it might be the admissions office. In some cases, it could even be the Office of Financial Aid, but they would know. So I recommend that if there's that you hone in on which program you want to do, whether it be Institute of Gerontology, you know, Osher, whoever it is, and give them a call or send them an email and let them know that you've got this money that you want to spend on them. And I guarantee they will get back to you very quickly. They'll be like, oh yeah, we want your money. Get over here. So just
I have
call
one
them.
more
Yeah.
question. Hello, can I say something, Georgia Green? My name is not appearing on your participant list, Georgia Green.
What is your name, ma'am?
Georgia Green.
Georgia Green. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can change your name.
Okay.
1 second. And I think I just did it.
You did?
Yep, there it is.
Okay.
Georgia Green.
I have a question.
Thank you.
Sure, you're welcome. So I know that there's more questions and I'm sorry that we can't answer them all just yet. We will get to the more questions after the next section. So please, everyone, once again, please mute your screens if you're not currently muted. And I'm going to hand the mic over to Xiaoling, my team member. Xiaoling, you ready?
Hello. So hello, my name is Xiaoling, and I'll be covering mostly online learning options. So first we'll go over Sailor Academy, Live and Learn Bethesda, Washington Metro Oasis.
You're very low. We can barely hear you. You're very low.
Can you hear now?
Yeah.
It's a lot better.
Sorry. So first we'll go over Sailor Academy, Live and Learn Bethesda, Washington Metro Oasis Lifelong Adventure, and then Coursera. So a little about Sailor Academy. They're an online learning platform with nearly 100 courses to offer credits towards a degree or a free certificate of completion. They have partnerships with over 30 colleges and universities who will take the credit as transfer credits. And their class schedules are flexible, so you can integrate it accordingly to your own schedule. And it's free. So that's nice. And so there's more information if you want to click on the webpage or the course catalog. So as you can see, they have many classes: art history, biology, business and administration, chemistry, computer science, economics, English, just many classes. And they're all free, so that's nice. So next we have Live and Learn Bethesda. They're a nonprofit organization who offers adult class education. It's non-credited, the classes, and the courses are offered in exercise and fitness, art and music, history and literature, computer and technology, local and general interests. So classes average around $15. I'd say more so 15 to 20. Exercise and fitness classes are a bit more pricey, and classes are open to anyone despite their area residency. And courses are currently held on Zoom due to COVID. So, but they do offer Zoom help, so if you need that. Oh, so you can just click on anyone. So this their spring and summer catalog. So it's a bit late to register right now, but you can take a look at it to see like what kind of courses they offer. And yeah, so they offer many classes, including travel and many classes. And they have Zoom help too if you need that. And here's their contact information in case you want to contact them. Next, we have Washington Metro Oasis Lifelong Adventure. They're an organization who provides educational opportunities for seniors. They hold courses at a national level and at a non-credited level, and at a local level. So the national level classes are held online. It's called Oasis Everywhere. And the local level classes, they are both in person and online. However, due to COVID, they're currently all online. And once again, it's non-credited, and classes are offered in areas such as health, technology, arts and humanities, and more. And classes, they range from free to $100. I'd say the 100 ones are more so health classes once again, but most classes seems to cost around 10 to 20. So yeah. So for more information, you can just click on any. So so here is the DC Oasis Center. It's the webpage, and you can navigate to the classes section, and it'll take you to the course catalog, which you can see the health classes are a bit more pricey. They're around 88, but most are cheaper. So the contact information, the first part is for the National Oasis Center and the second is for DC. And yeah. So then the last one we have is Coursera. It's a bit more hard to navigate compared to the others, but it's still an option. And they are a online learning platform with partnerships with 200 leading universities and companies. They have classes in just a wide variety of areas for degree, certification, or for your personal interest or professional development. Classes price and for classes varies. Some are free, though you might have to pay for certifications or degrees. They offer free trials and audits, though, and financial aid is available. So for more information, you can click on one of the links, and yeah. So some key points is that Sailor Academy, it offers both non-credited and credited classes online for free, which is nice. Live and Learn Bethesda, most class average around $15, and it's available to non-Maryland residents. Washington Metro Oasis, Lifelong Venture, they offer non-credited class for less than $100, and it's online as well currently due to Zoom or due to COVID. And then Coursera also offers online courses, and it can lead to a degree or not, depending on what you choose. So, any questions or?
It looks like we have a question from Joy. Joy, what's your question? Saw a raised hand from Joy. You might be muted, Joy. Okay. We're going to go to Meryl then. Meryl, what is your question? And you are muted, so please unmute. Meryl, what's your question? All right. Well, it looks like we have lost Meryl. Jacqueline, let's go to Jacqueline then. What is your question, Jacqueline?
Excuse me.
I believe it's Jacqueline. Jacqueline, you're muted. What is your question? Jacqueline, you're still muted.
When does the winter start? The winter classes?
Oh, that's a great question. I believe winter classes, they typically start in December. It depends on the program. Different institutions, organizations might start in late November. Some might start later in December, right? So winter terms at most universities actually last or start right after Christmas and last through the second or third week of January. But it depends on the program. So you just want to check the course calendar.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I want to point out before we field some more questions or get to the next section.
Any of these places have real estate classes?
Sherry, that's an excellent question. I don't know specifically if any of these places offer real estate classes. I imagine that at least one or two of them does, right? So between all of the different programs that are online that we've shown you, as well as the programs that are DC specific, one or two of them must have something about real estate. I can't say that with 100% certainty, but at the very least, I know a lot of them have business classes, and some of those business classes may be real estate specific. So it's just a matter of going through the different courses, course catalogs to see if they're available. And one way to also easily answer that question too is if you don't have that time, give them a call and say, do you got real estate classes? And they say yes, great. If they say no, you've done your job, right? Move on to the next one. Any other questions? Before I move on to another question, Sailor Academy. We have worked with Sailor Academy, so we've referred some of our students to Sailor Academy, and they are a really good online program. And it's even better because, it's free, but unlike some programs where it's free until you have to pay until you want to go for a degree, they won't charge you for that, right? So they have opportunities for you to still earn credits towards a degree without having to be charged. So that's something worth looking into. Any other questions? Okay, all right, Xiaoling, thank you so much. That was a lot of great information you just shared. One thing I want to do before we get to the end and ask for a couple more questions if they're out there is to talk about Maryland and Virginia, right? The DMV, we're so interconnected here, everything just overlaps. And so we thought it'd be great to at least talk about some of these programs, right? So we're going to start with Maryland. There's two programs that we wanted to highlight. One in UMD is the Global Campus, right? And as you can see, it's available to 60 or above. This is similar to the UDC health and fitness program, right? You don't have to wait to 65. You can be 60 or above if you are a Maryland resident, right? So if you have a friend just above the county, just above the border, who's in Prince George's, they can take advantage of this. Or somebody else, maybe you got a friend or family member over in Baltimore, they can take advantage of this, right? So any Maryland resident can go for this, right? There are a couple of caveats, a couple of pieces. So you can't necessarily be working more than 20 hours a week to qualify. You can get up to a certain number of courses, right? So it's definitely something worth looking into. And Unfortunately, they didn't have an email specific to the program, but we do have this phone number that you can call to find out more details. There's also MoCo, the Montgomery County College, and they have what's called their Lifelong Learning Institute. And this is also available for 60 or above, not 65 or above. So, and one nice thing about this is that they have a person you can actually reach out to. Of all the different programs, this was the only one that offered us somebody you could talk to, Natasha.Sachs. So if you have questions about this program, like I said, someone you know in Maryland might be interested in something like this, that's the person to send them to right here. That's the program director, and we got her email address, which we're really happy about. Meanwhile, over in Virginia, we got a couple other programs, right? So I just want to point out that Virginia actually has a tuition waiver. They passed this as a bill a long time ago, right? So George Mason and Northern Virginia Community College, both as a result of this waiver, this bill that was passed a while ago, you can get free tuition at these institutions, right? For different programs that they have. As far as, you know, what their programs are, what opportunities they have, of course, you'll have to email them, view the course catalog, but it is available to residents of Virginia. So again, maybe somebody you know is in Fairfax or is in Roslyn even, you know, they can take advantage of this. So we don't just want to expand and give you these opportunities of continuing education. If you know someone, you got a loved one, got a family member, got a friend who's just above the line here in the DMV, let them know about these programs, right? They're going to be, they're really, really good. And whoop, that's it. That's everything. Those are the Maryland and Virginia programs that we wanted to highlight. So that being said, I think this is a record. We actually finished on time for once. That's amazing. Are there questions about DC? Are there questions about the online programs? Are there questions about Maryland or Virginia that you might have now? Don't be shy. We're here to help. Some of you I see are speaking, but you're muted, so you got to unmute yourself so we can hear you.
I have a question.
Sure.
I went to UDC quite a while ago, but my husband made me quit. So would I have to pay the back money that I think I owed for going to UDC?
That's an excellent question. That's something I didn't even consider. I would hope that you don't have to, but that's best. I think that's a question that can be answered by the office of the registrar or the office of admissions at UDC. That's a really great question. So you'd have to talk to them, and we can just look that up really quick. Not the answer, but at least UDC Office of Admissions. And if you Google them, we can say contact admissions, and you would want to actually email. You could email. It looks like UDC admissions is the email address. Oh, but they also have a couple of names that you can reach out to for people in the undergraduate admissions. But yeah, they also have the general one, UDC admissions at udc.edu. That's who you would want to ask about that. That's an excellent question.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Other questions?
Yvonne Johnson, I have a question.
Sure.
How old is Baylor? How long have they been around? I'm sorry, Saylor College.
Saylor has been around for, I want to say, based on my experience with them, talking to them, if I recall correctly, they've been around for close to 10 years, almost a decade.
Oh, okay.
You know, they're a very well established, trusted name. And we can just Google that right now. How long has Saylor Academy been around? Let's see. Wow, even better. 1999. So they are not messing around. There you go.
Okay.
20 years now.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Other questions?
Yes.
Yeah.
My name is Yvonne Golden, and I have a question, please.
Sure.
Okay, let me mute.
This isn't about the colleges, but I just came across a problem, a personal problem. The internet that I have Xfinity internet, and they just ran up a month. Wish me different internet companies that caters to seniors, because this is ridiculous.
Yes, I agree. So I believe at the moment that all iPads are paid for, at least the service is paid for by
Yes,
DACL. If you're looking
yeah.
for
I'm talking about the streaming services and things. That doesn't have anything to do with the iPad.
Gotcha. So if you want to actually stream a video or a movie or something along those lines, you don't need a separate service, as far as I know. It should still be you should be able to do that. But if that's what's the problem, if the speed is too slow, yes, you would have to upgrade to a higher speed. I do want to point out though that there are some not senior specific programs or services, but there are financial services or programs out there if you want some assistance. One of them, and I'll take you there right now. Due to the pandemic, a lot of people have needed internet service and reliable internet service, and
Right.
it's called the broadband. Oh gosh. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Broadband opportunity. Emergency broadband. There it is. That's what I was looking for.
Emergency
Emergency broadband opportunity. And there's a couple of organizations that honor this. So specifically, the program itself will help you with a $50 subsidy, right? Up to $50 to apply towards services to internet connection, right? So if you need to upgrade or if you need to internet in general, you can go that. And the best way actually is, I believe there's a website that they've provided that you can actually check. And I can't remember the name of the website, but that's the name that you want to look up: Emergency Broadband Benefits.
emergency broadband benefit.
Is
Okay.
the name of, and I just found the website for you and for everyone: getemergencybroadband.org. And there you can see if
Could you
service
leave it
providers.
there so I can take a picture of it?
Sure.
Leave it there, leave it there, leave it there, leave it there. So I can take a picture of it.
And I will actually just put this in the chat room as well for
everyone.
everyone right now. So let me just put this on the chat room for everyone, the link, emergencybroadband.org. And that's something that, you can look to see if you're qualified. And that's a $50 subsidy for internet service.
Okay.
Looks like we got quite a few more hands. So let me go to Raymond. Raymond is at the top of my list.
Hey, how you doing? This
Good,
is my first time with this class.
Hey,
and,
welcome.
Thank you. And I'm new to this. I've attended 2 of the senior citizen classes, and now I'm attending this. And I'm trying to figure this thing out. I don't see my name nowhere in your chat list.
I see your name. And that's the important thing. Yeah, we see your name. And so because of that, we have marked you as being here.
Oh, okay. Because I'm trying to find out what classes do I have to take so that I can keep this iPad, and how many classes. And I'm running into a brick wall.
So really, not that I encourage you to stop taking any of these classes that are being offered through this program by us or from DC Public Library or Vets Group. You don't have to take any more classes, as far as I know. There is no minimum number of required classes that you have to attend and say, I was there to keep the iPad. The iPad is yours. The iPad is for you to use.
Yes, there is on the directions when they first gave it.
Oh, really? How many classes?
Yes, 3.
3. Oh, there you go.
Okay, now 3 classes from who? Senior citizen?
On the Wednesday and Friday. They did not say anything about the Thursday class, but the Thursday class I find to be more educational.
If you look on your calendar on your iPad, go to the calendar. It'll tell you. It has it already listed when the days are, when they have these training, and have training classes as well on Wednesdays, I think.
On Wednesdays and Fridays.
Tap on your calendar and it'll tell you. Yeah, it'll tell you.
Okay, yeah, because I'm taking the Wednesday and Friday ones.
Now, according to the contract, it says that we're supposed to go at least 2 or 3 classes and a one-to-one session, one-on-one session.
You've
Uh-huh.
already
that
had your
number.
one-to-one session when they put you on to Apple, the Apple ID to connect you. That was your one-to-one.
Was it
Oh,
And you
I
okay?
know,
see. Okay.
mhm. And you
But
know
I
what?
had
I was told.
all the classes are important though, really, all of them.
yeah,
So,
I
Yeah.
if you
understand.
don't want
Yeah,
to,
you
you
can pick
don't
and
have to,
choose what,
but,
yeah, you can pick and
right,
choose which
yeah.
ones.
But all
I
Yeah.
of them are
had
good for you.
they also had me getting classes from, I think there were some little high school students or younger, and I was getting them every week, and I was like, "Daggone, what's going on?" Yeah.
Well, Raymond, I just want to speak up here. First, I want to thank everyone for chiming in. I feel like
Okay.
I've learned a lot too, just from listening to everyone in this group. So thank you for that and sharing that information with Raymond. And secondly, just to reiterate what one of the other speakers said, I do think that all of the courses personally are of value and can benefit you. I mean, the other topics are really important topics too. And I want to highlight, if this is your first meeting with us, we can send you links to older videos of presentations we've had, links to, and other videos are available from the other presentations. There's links to all of them if you want to rewatch the old presentations you've already missed. So
Yeah,
just want
can
to throw
you
that out there.
send them to me? My name is Joyce Forrest, because this is my first time.
Great. I just want to ask some folks to mute unless they're talking. So Joyce Forrest actually did start talking. Joyce, can you continue? I think I accidentally muted you.
Oh, I can't hear.
Joyce, is that you? No, that's somebody else.
Mm. Can I ask you something while we're waiting? You
Sure,
know, they
sure.
say, oh, we have to stay on the program till September in order to be able to keep our iPad. Is that right? Because I've been on for quite a while and I try to be on every Friday and Monday, Wednesday and Friday also. And during the weekdays, I'm with the Zoom and I be on that practically every day also. So I'm practically living on the iPad. But it's don't we have to stay on till at least September and then we still
No,
be on? We
no,
don't.
no. They give you until September to finish to take
To
the
do at
classes.
least
Zoom
3
classes.
classes.
It's
Yeah, they
only
give
if
you to
you,
September.
it's only if you want to, because like I
Yes.
said, this is Diane. All of them are very interesting,
Yeah,
these
I
classes.
enjoy
Yes.
them.
You
But
know,
if
so that's why, if you want to get off after your 3
No,
dates, off your
no.
3 times is up, you can, but some things you're not gonna you're not gonna learn. So it's good to stay on, If
Yeah.
if you just, around the house and have nothing else to do, or even, like you go out sometime, they can understand that. But if you don't have nothing to do and you're around the house, it's good to go into the classes.
yeah,
Diane, thank you so much
Yeah,
for
because I
that
really, Diane, I
endorsement.
really enjoyed the class.
Yes,
But
me too. I
I
do too.
gotta interrupt because we got quite a few questions to get through, so I don't mean to cut anyone off. But I want to go to Barbara, who I see is really trying to raise her hand. So Barbara, what's your question? Please unmute, and we can help. Hopefully, we can help you out.
Okay, I assume that that I'm registered because I'm listening to you. Is that correct?
Yes. So we go through and we have we take notes of everyone who's attended. If we see their name, we mark that name. So yes, Barbara, that's correct. You're with us. You got credit. Don't worry. All right, let me go to the next person I see in line. Actually, it's someone with my name at the top of my list who raised their hand, Mark Rivera. Can you unmute Mark Rivera and ask your question and also tell us your name?
Hello, my name is Miss Wagner.
What's your first name?
Phyllis Wagner.
Okay, great. Thank you.
And I have a question. The day that I'm supposed to be doing my one-on-one, I guess to help set up the iPad, I was at the hospital because I had an asthma attack. But my thing was I was never able to get the person they supposed to be scheduling me to make another call so we can get it set up. No one ever called me. So will they hold that against me? And thanks for letting me know about the one iPad and looking on the calendar for the classes because I didn't know.
Oh, you can call 202-800-6868 and that'll set you up.
You said 202 what?
I put it in the chat.
202-800-6868.
Thank
Cause
you.
I had to use it today to get online today.
I
So
just,
that's help.
that's
That's the
great.
help number.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And I'm gonna put that in the chat room also right now that I
Yeah,
just heard. So
I already put it in the chat.
Oh, thank you. This is
put-
an amazing group.
Yeah.
Everyone's helping out everyone. All right, so let me go on to the next question I saw in line. It's gonna be Myra. Myra, what's your question? Myra, you're muted. Just need you to unmute.
You got me now?
Got you now.
Okay. You're going to put all of the classes from the beginning to now so we can have access to them.
So here's the way that works, right? So we will send an email with access to all of our classes.
Okay.
There's already been one email that went out earlier that had links to the first two presentations and the slide decks attached. We will
Okay.
send out one for this as well as the third one.
Okay.
But we can also send out all four now if that's what you
Okay.
want. But it's only for our group, right? We don't have
Right.
access to the
Okay.
other groups, right? So if you want
Okay.
access to the other groups, you'd have to get in touch with Bet's group or you have to get in touch with the person who helps out from DCPL.
Okay. I need your four group. Your
Great.
four. Yeah.
Then we will send that to you. If you're on this, I mean, we saw your name, so you've been marked down. I
Okay.
believe Xiaoling has gone through the list and made sure that she caught everyone. So we will be emailing you those items.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You are welcome. Let me get to the next name in line. Jacqueline, how can I help you again? I believe you might be muted again, Jacqueline.
It's two of us. My name is, I put mine down as Jackie.
Yes, I know. There's also a Jacqueline who had her.
Oh, okay then. So I'll mute it back.
It's okay. All right, we'll get to you next, Jackie. Thank you.
Okay.
Jacqueline, are you there?
Hear me?
Yes, we can. Thank you.
Okay, now this is what I want to know. Is this class only on Thursdays or do you have other classes?
This class is only on Thursdays. So all of the group presentations, right? Like from Vets Group, DCPL, and us, they're always on Thursdays. DCPL, DC Public Library, always will present with
And you tape all of the classes, right?
We do. They're all recorded. Yes.
Can you send the back ones to my email?
Absolutely.
So that I can be a part of your group all the time.
Absolutely. Yes, we're happy to do that.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Everyone whose name that we have on this meeting, we'll make sure that you get links to all the videos as well as the slide decks again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let me get to Jackie now. Jackie.
Well, yeah, I put my name as Jackie, but I'm Jacqueline Wright.
Oh.
I didn't. So I hope I never changed my name. I thought they just said put a name and I just put Jackie. I didn't know I was supposed to put my whole name. Do that make a difference?
It doesn't because I just changed your name to your whole name.
Okay. All right.
There you
Well,
go.
thank you. This is the first time I got any information about this Thursday class. So and I got on it late because I didn't know.
That's okay. You're with us now, and we'll make sure you get those other recordings and those other presentations from us.
All right then.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So I want to go to Clifton, who's been waiting patiently. Clifton.
Hi, Clifton. I think my question's been answered. So these classes are, they're recurring. In other words, I took this class. Somewhere down the line, in the future, I'll be able to take this particular class again.
Yeah.
No. So we are doing a different topic every month. So for instance, the first presentation we did was all about online safety, how to protect yourself while going online. The second presentation we did, I believe, was about telehealth. The third presentation, last presentation, I can't remember off the top of my head. And this presentation, continuing education, right? So each month is a different topic. That's why we record them, just in case you do miss them, that you can still watch them. You can't participate, you can't ask questions, but at least you have that information.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Barbara, good to see you again. How can we help, Barbara? You got to unmute.
While we're waiting on her, I was telling everybody, all you have to do is look on the calendar on your iPad and it tells you when the classes are. Just a reminder.
That is a pro tip. That is a pro tip right there. Hey, Barbara.
Okay, last week it was on Twitter, wasn't it?
That is from another organization. I believe the presentation last Thursday was DCPL, and yes, they were presenting on Twitter. That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, so they should have a recording of that as well. If you want a recording, you can reach out to them or call the number and they can give you their contact info. Looking forward to seeing your tweets, Barbara. Ricardo. Ricardo, I see you talking. How can I help you? Ricardo Matthews, you're still muted.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Doing well, thank you. How can I help?
If I leave right now with my name, will I be on the list that one that has participated in this program?
Yes, absolutely. You have been marked.
Everybody have a great evening.
Thank you, Ricardo. Have a
You
good one.
bye.
And take care. So just to mention, I do want to point out, we do only have 5 minutes. It's now 2:10. We got 5 minutes left. So we're going to, rush these questions. If you have any questions about, of course, the presentation itself, the information about the programs, feel free to ask, or these general questions are also very helpful and we're happy to help you answer them as best we can. I see a gentleman with my name, Mark Rivera. How can I help you, sir? What's your name, first of all?
David Gladden.
David Jackson, is that correct?
No, Gladden.
Gladden. Okay, we'll make sure to change your name. And what's your question, Mr. Gladden?
It's the same with everybody been asking, because I sent my name in the chat room. I just want to make sure that you got it. I didn't see it changed on the screen.
Gotcha. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to change your name, but we will write it down right now. I believe Xiaoling has that running list. Xiaoling, please write down David Gladden as one of the attendees for today.
Okay, and number two, when I do register, is there any other way I can avoid your name coming up as my picture?
So yes, actually. So I want to point out that there's two ways to connect to these meetings, right? One way is to actually register. And when you register, you get a link specific to you. And whatever registration name you use, that's the name that comes up. There's another way, right? And that's the easy way, where you just click on the link that's been provided to you. And that's my specific link, right? And we do that just to make it easier for you so you don't have to go through the rigmarole of actually registering for the thing. But that's how you would do it. You would click on and do complete the registration link instead of just clicking on the link to join the meeting immediately. So it's more or less a way for people who are like, oh my gosh, I forgot to register. You click and you get here. And then we can figure out that you were here later.
Yeah, because I know I registered for the class, and when I turned on now, like I said, I saw your name up.
Yeah.
But the only reason I got into the
happens.
class because I went to my email and then I hit the click that says join the meeting now.
I will say, no, that makes sense. And I get it. And that you're not the first person. You're certainly not the last person that's happened to. I will say it's always fun to see who's got my name. So you're looking good though. And thanks again, David. And we got you marked now.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. So we got 2 minutes left. I think we got time for one last question. Any more questions before we break? Any more questions? Sounds like we got a couple people who have gotten the information they need, which is fine. Let me just check, see if there's any more hands up. We got a thumbs up. I'll take a thumbs up. Excellent. Thank you. So before we go, I just want to say one more time, thanks again to everyone for joining us today. We really appreciate your time. We appreciate that you are here with us and learning with us. If you have any follow-up questions, feel free to email me directly. Some of you have in the past, but I will reiterate this point. We will be sending out an email to everyone who attended today with a link to the presentation so you can watch the recording of it, as well as with the slide decks. So don't feel that pressure to write down or even take pictures. That's the way to go. All right. So have a good day, everyone. Thanks again for joining us. And we'll see you next time in 1 month from now. Take care.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you again, everyone. Take care.
Bye-bye.